We're still going to be inspecting our equations, but for this lesson, it's going to take some more sophisticated techniques than we've seen in the past. So for example, we're going to need to locate the equal sign just like before, but this time we might need to simplify each side. Now remember, simplifying is different than solving. You're still going to want to move those variable terms to the same side by combining the opposite term to both sides, and finally finish with solving for the variable using inverse and opposite order of operations. Let's go ahead and take a look at this lesson. You'll see we still have the same rules that we've had in the past about simplifying versus solving. But this time, the simplifying is going to be so much more important to understand the difference between simplifying and solving equations. For example, if the like terms are on the same side of the equal, we're going to have to simplify before you solve. An important property that's going to take place in this lesson that we haven't seen much, but we did talk about earlier, is the distributive property. This is the one that says if you've got an A, B, and C, you can distribute A to the B, A times B and A times C. And this is going to be very handy in these properties. The distributive properties can be used to break the order of operations when you have unlike terms inside parentheses. Why does the distributive property work? Let's break down this problem right here. What does this actually mean without the property? It means we have 3 times this expression. Or we have 3 of 2x minus 1. We have 3 of them. So we would add them together. So let me show you what that looks like. So you can see here, I'm adding together 3 2x minus 1s. And then I've been talking about combining like terms. And hopefully you remember, if it has an x, those are like terms. So if I added 2x's plus 2x's plus 2x's, you'd see I have 6 x's. And then the distributive property says to take that 3 and multiply it to the first term you see. So 3 times 2 is 6x, and then 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. So notice the same answers, but a little bit less work there. Distributive property is really handy to know. So let's go ahead and take a look at some examples. Our first one here, we've got negative 4 times 3x. So watch out for those negatives. That's kind of the lesson with this first example. We've got negative 4 times 3 is negative 12, and then we still have the x. Negative 4 times negative 8 would give me plus 32. And that's my final answer. On this example, we are just simplifying, just reviewing the distributive property. For this next one, I'm showing you that the distributive property can be switched around using the commutative property. So there's 2 ways you can do this. You could just take this negative 3 and distribute backwards. Or you could realize you could use the commutative property. Some of you might like this, and move that negative 3 to the front. Now we know that this is still multiplication. We do have that very small multiplication dot right there. This is not subtraction. This is still multiplication. Sometimes they will also use a parenthesis around that single value. So once again, we're going to take that and distribute the negative 3 to the 5x. So I get negative 15x, and then negative 3 times negative 1 would be positive 3. And that is my final answer. These final 2 examples are definitely more advanced. There's 2 things you need to remember. The first one is right here. Whenever you have a negative in front of the parenthesis, it's the same thing as multiplying by a negative 1. So I'm going to squeeze a 1 right in there. the next thing is notice the 6x is not inside the parenthesis, so you do not want to multiply the negative 1 to it. We're just going to do negative 1 times 2x, so that's negative 2x. Then negative 1 times 4 is minus 4 plus 6x. Now notice I have two like terms here, two x values, a negative 2x and a 6x. So negative 2x plus 6x is going to be 4x. And then those are combined, but don't forget that negative 4 is still there. And my final answer is 4x minus 4. Finally, I have a very complicated one where I need to distribute twice. I have two groupings of distribution here, not just one. So for the first grouping, I'm going to multiply that 5 to the 6x and the 5 to the 2. I've got 30x plus 10. So 5 times 6x is 30x, 5 times 2 is 10. Then I also have, and this is where you need to be very careful, this is a negative 4. So even though we would say minus 4, that negative stays with the 4. So I've got negative 4x or minus 4x, and then negative 4 times negative 10 is positive 40. My like terms on this one are going to be the 30x minus the 4x. So I get 26x. And then I have the 10 plus the 40, so I get plus 50. And there is my final simplified term.